hết 7. Câu 41 đến câu 43. Hello, this is Matthews. Could I speak to you, Miko Nelson, please? I'm sorry, I'm afraid she's on holiday today. This is Renee Roberts, her assistant. May I take a message? Yes, I appreciate that. I'm applying for the restaurant manager position and I want to make sure she received the resume I sent a week ago. I see. Well, I'll be sure to let her know she'll be back at the restaurant tomorrow. Hello, this is Matthew Bruce. Could I speak to Yumiko Nelson, please? I'm sorry, I'm afraid that she's out on holiday today. This is Janice Roberts, her assistant. May I take a message? Yes, I appreciate that. I'm applying for the restaurant manager position and I wanted to make sure she received the resume I sent a week ago. I see. Well, I'll be sure to let her know. She'll be back at the restaurant tomorrow. Hello, this is Matthew Bruce. Could I speak to Yumiko Nelson, please? I'm sorry, I'm afraid that she's out on holiday today. This is Jenny Roberts, her assistant. May I take a message? Yes, I appreciate that. I'm applying for the restaurant manager position and I want to make sure she received the resume I sent a week ago. Well, I'll be sure to let her know. She'll be back at the restaurant tomorrow. Hello, this is Matthew Bruce. Could I speak to Yumiko Nelson, please? I'm sorry, I'm afraid that she's out on holiday today. This is Jenny Roberts, her assistant. May I take a message? Yes, I appreciate that. I'm applying for the restaurant manager position and I wanted to make sure she received the resume I sent a week ago. I see. Well, I'll be sure to let her know. She'll be back at the restaurant tomorrow. Hello, this is Matthew Bruce. Could I speak to you, Miko Nelson, please? I'm sorry, I'm afraid that she's out on holiday today. This is Renee Roberts, her assistant. May I take a message? Yes, I appreciate that. I'm applying for the restaurant manager position and I wanted to make sure we received the resume I sent a week ago. I see. Well, I'll be sure to let her know. She'll be back at the restaurant tomorrow. Câu 46. Hi, I saw a advertisement in the newspaper for this coffee maker. Where can I find it? I'm sorry, sir, that a particular coffee maker is currently sold out. Would you be interested in a different model? No, that's the one I really want. Do you know if any of your other stores have it in stock? There's another bunch of character appliances about 20 minutes from here, and our computer says that store had them in stock. Why don't you check there? Hi, I saw an advertisement in the newspaper for this coffee maker. Where can I find it? I'm sorry, sir, that particular coffee maker is currently sold out. Would you be interested in a different model? No, that's the one I really want. Do you know if any of your other stores have it in stock? There's some other branch of character appliance about 20 minutes from here, and our computer says that store had them in stock. Why don't you check there? Hi, I saw an advertisement in the newspaper for this coffee maker. Where can I find it? I'm sorry, sir, that particular coffee maker is currently sold out. Would you be interested in a different model? No, that's the one I really want. Do you know if any of your other store have it in stock? There's another branch of cutter appliance about 20 minutes from here, and our computer says that store had them seen in stock. Why don't you check there? I saw an advertisement in the newspaper for this coffee maker. Where can I find it? I'm sorry, sir, that particular coffee maker is currently sold out. Would you be interested in a different model? No, that's the one I really want. Do you know if any of your other stores have it in stock? uh, there's another branch of Carter Appliance about 20 minutes from here, and our computer says that store had them in stock. Why don't you check that? Hi, I saw an advertisement in the newspaper for this coffee maker. Where can I find it? I'm sorry, sir, that particular coffee maker is currently sold out. Would you be interested in a different model? That's the one I really want. Do you know if any of your other stores have it in stock? There are some other branch of Gator Appliance about 20 minutes from here, and our computer say that store had them in stock. Why don't you check there? Câu 47 đến câu 49. Tim, could you please tell me I can get this new computer software to work? I'm sorry, but I haven't tried using it yet. A lot of people in my department said it's rather confusing. I don't know what to do. I supposed to make a chat using this software. Well, tomorrow morning, the mayor is giving a workshop to explain how to use the software. He said he mentions everything we need to know. Tim, could you please help me? I can get this new computer software to work. I'm sorry, but I haven't tried using it yet. A lot of people in my department said it's rather confusing. I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to make a chat using this software. Well, tomorrow morning, Dan Miller is giving a workshop to explain how to use the software. He said he demonstrates everything we need to know. Tim, could you please help me? I can get this new computer software to work. I'm sorry, but I haven't tried to using yet. A lot of people in my department said it's just so confusing. I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to make a chat using this software. Well, tomorrow morning, then we will is giving workshop to explain how to use the software. He said he demonstrates everything we need to know. Tim, could you please help me? I can get this new computer software to work. I'm sorry, but I haven't tried using it yet. A lot of people in my department said it's just so confusing. I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to make a chat using this software. Well, tomorrow morning, Manos is giving a workshop to explain how to use the software. He said he mentions everything we need to know. Tim, could you please help me? I can get this new computer software to work. I'm sorry, but I haven't tried using it yet. A lot of people in my department said it's rather confusing. I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to make a chat using this software. Well, tomorrow morning, Dan Muir is giving a workshop to explain how to use the software. He said he demonstrates everything we need to know. Câu 50 đến câu 52. Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit, a famous prize showing there through the end of August. I saw it in Rooney and really enjoyed it. I saw it too. The photography was so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing pictures. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the book after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous brides periods showing that through the end of August. I saw it in July and really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Photographs was so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing pictures. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the book after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous pieces showing that through the end of August. I saw it in July and I really enjoyed it. I'm so too. Photography was so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and technique for developing pictures. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the book after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous buses showing that through the end of August. I saw it in July and really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Its photograph was so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing pictures. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the book after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous buses showing that through the end of August. I saw it in July and really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Its photograph was so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing pictures. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the book after you finish with them? Câu 53 đến câu 55. Alex, can I attend the meeting with our purchasing department this afternoon because I'll be visiting a client? Could you go instead? Sorry, but I have to finish editing the catalog by tomorrow morning, and the purchasing meeting usually lasts all afternoon. Okay, well, can I go to see the calendar this morning and then be back here in time for this afternoon meeting? Alex, can I attend the meeting with our purchasing department this afternoon because I'll be visiting a client? Could you go instead? Sorry, I have to finish editing the catalog by tomorrow morning, and the purchasing meeting usually lasts all afternoon. Okay, well, maybe I can go to see the client this morning and then be back here in time for this afternoon meeting. Alex, I can attend the meeting with our purchasing department this afternoon because I'll be visiting a client. Could you go visit? Sorry, but I have to finish editing the catalog by tomorrow morning, and those budget meeting usually last at all afternoon. Okay, well, maybe I can go to see the client this morning and then be back here in time for this afternoon meeting. Alex, can I attend the meeting with our purchasing department this afternoon because I'll be visiting a client? Could you go instead? Sorry, but I have to finish editing the catalog by tomorrow morning, but those purchasing meetings usually last all afternoon. Okay, well, maybe I can go to see the client this morning and go be back here in time for this afternoon meeting. I can attend the meeting with our purchasing department this afternoon because I'll be visiting a client. Could you go instead? Sorry, I have to finish editing the catalog by tomorrow morning, and those purchasing meetings usually last all afternoon. Okay, well, maybe I can go see the client this morning and then be back here in time for this afternoon meeting. Câu 56 đến câu 58. Did you get the email that company is going to start paying tuition costs if we want to take night class at the city university? We can sign up for any class after April 10th. That's a really nice benefit. I'm seriously considering registering for some marketing class, but how do we sign up? Just got the accounting office. They send you a form to fill out, but they have to be compliant by March 25th. That's no problem. I'm calling accounting first thing tomorrow. Did you get the email that company is going to start paying the tuition cost if we want to take night classes? City University, we can sign up for any class after April 10. That's a really nice benefit. I'm seriously considering registering for some marketing class, but how do we set up? Just got the accounting office, they send you the form to fill out, but they have to be completed by March 25th. That's no problem. I'm calling accounting first thing tomorrow. Did you get the email that company is going to start paying the tuition cost if we want to take night class at the city university? We can sign up for any class after April 10. That's a really benefit. I'm seriously considering registering for some marketing class, but how do we sign up? Just got the accounting office, they send you the form to fill out, but they have to be completed to by 25th. That's no problem. Uh, that's not a problem. I'll call accounting first thing tomorrow. Did you get the email that the company is going to start paying the tuition cost if we want to take night class at the city university? We can sign up for any class after April 10. That's a very nice benefit. I'm certainly considering registering for some marketing class, but how do we sign up? Just got the accounting office, they say you to form to fill up, but they have to be compliant by March 25th. That's not a problem. I'll call accounting first thing tomorrow. Did you get the email that company is going to start paying the tuition cost if we want to take night class at the city university? We can sign up for any class after April 10. That's a really nice benefit. I'm seriously considering registering for some marketing class, but how do we sign up? Just got the accounting office, they send you the form to fill out, but they have to be compliant by March 25th. That's not a problem. I'll call accounting first thing tomorrow. Câu 59 đến câu 61. I think we should have the promotional material for the hotel update before the start of the tourist season. The current material don't list our news by agree, and the budget needs to be written as well. It really should include new photo of the renovated rooms, but I think our budget can cover the additional expense. Printing a new budget will be expensive, yes, but it helps with our advertising, and that should be get us more booking. I think we should have the promotional material for the hotel update before the start of tourist season. The current material does list our new price, agree, and the budget need to be written as well. It really should include new photos of the renovated rooms, but I think our budget can cover the additional expense. Printing a new budget will be expensive, but it helps with our advertising, and that would get us more booking. I think we should have the promotional material for the hotel update before the start of the tourist season. The current materials don't list our new spice, agree, and the budget need to be written as well. I really should include new photos of the renovated rooms. But do you think our budget can cover the additional expense? Printing a new budget will be basic, yeah, but it helps with our advertising, and that should get us more booking. I think we should have the promotional materials for the hotel update before the start of the tourist season. The current materials don't list our new price, agree, and the budget needs to be written as well. It really should include new photos of the reverted rooms, but do you think our budget can cover the additional expense? Printing a new budget will be expensive, yes, but it helps with advertising, and that should get us more booking. I think we should have the promotional material for the hotel update before the start of the tourist season. The closing material to list our news price. Agree, and the budget need to be redone as well. It usually should include new photo about the renovated rooms. But do you think our budget can cover the additional expense? Printing a new budget will be expensive. Yes, but it have with advertising, and that should get a small booking. Câu 62 đến câu 64. Thank you for shopping with us today at Makosu. Your total comes to 322 pesos. Do you know if I could get reimbursed for the test from another country? You can apply the government to get the test back. Ask the customs office for the paperwork at the border when you leave the country. Thank you for shopping with us today at Makosu. Your total comes to 320 pesos. Do you know if I could get reimbursed for the test from another country? You can apply to the government to get the test back as the customs officer for the paperwork at the border when you leave the country. Thank you for shopping with us today at Makosu. Your total comes to 322 pesos. Do you know if I could get reimbursed for the test from another country? You can apply to the government to get the test back as the customs officer for the paperwork at the border when you leave the country. Thank you for shopping with us today at the Makosu. Your total come to 322 pesos. Do you think if I could get reimbursed for the test from another country? You can apply to the government to get the test back at the customs officer for the paperwork at the border when you leave the country. Thank you for shopping with us today at the Makosu. Your total come to 322 pesos. Do you think if I could get reimbursed for the test from another country? You can apply to the government to get the test back as the customs officer for the paperwork at the border when you leave the country. Câu 65 đến câu 67. I need to see if Frank Giffin is finished reviewing our process. Have you heard from him today? No, I haven't. Would you like to me to call him? That could be great. Could you please ask him if he see any problem that we need to address right away? The final visions about that proposal is due at the end of the week. Yes, I'll let you know what I find out. I email you as soon as I get off the phone with him. I need to see if Frank Giffin is finished reviewing our proposal process. Have you heard from him today? No, I haven't. Would you like to me to call him? That would be great. Could you please ask him if he see any problem that we need to address right away? The final vision of that proposal is due at the end of the week. Yes, I'll let you know what I find out. I email you as soon as I get off the phone with him. I need to see if Frank Giffin is finished reviewing our proposal process. Have you heard from him today? No, I haven't. Would you like me to call him? That would be great. Could you please ask him if he sees any problems that we need to address right away? The final vision of that proposal is due at the end of the week. Yes, I'll let you know what I find out. I email you as soon as I get off the phone with him. I need to see if Frank Giffin is finished reviewing our proposal process. Have you heard from him today? No, I haven't. Would you like me to call him? That would be great. Could you please ask him if he sees any problems that we need to address right away? The final vision of that proposal is due at the end of the week. Well, I let you know what I find out. I email you as soon as I get off the phone with him. I need to see if Frank Giffin is finished reviewing our proposal process. Have you heard from him today? No, I haven't. Would you like me to call him? That could be great. Could you please ask him if he sees any problems that we need to address straight away? The final version of the proposal is due at the end of the week. Yes, I let you know what I found out. I email you as soon as I get off the phone with him. Câu 8 đến câu 70. Do you think the dry weather we've been having will affect the price of your tomato crop this year? We should be alright. We've been able to keep the soil irrigated so far, and we're expecting rain in the next week. So will you be able to give me a price on the next harvest then? I don't really feel comfortable waiting on a price now. Why don't you give me a call in 2 weeks? I should have a better idea how much to charge for the crop then. Do you think the dry weather we've been having will affect the price of your tomato crop this year? We should be alright. We've been able to keep the soil irrigated so far, and we're expecting rain in next week also. So we will be able to give me a price on the next harvest then. I don't really feel comfortable writing on a price now. Why don't you give me a call in 2 weeks? I should have a better idea how much to charge for the crop then. Do you think the dry weather we've been having will affect the price of your tomato crop this year? We should be alright. We've been able to keep the soil irrigated so far, and we're expecting rain in the next week also. So will you able to give me a price on the next harvest then? I don't really feel comfortable running on the a price now. Why don't you give me a call in 2 weeks? I should have a better idea how much to charge for the group then. Do you think that the right weather we've been having will affect the price of tomorrow crop this year? We should be alright. I've been able to keep the soil irrigated so far, and we expecting rain in next week also. So you will able to give me a price on the next harvest then. I don't really feel comfortable arriving on a price now. Why don't you give me a call in 2 weeks? I should have a better idea how much to charge for the crop then. Do you think the dry weather we've been having will affect the price of the tomato crop this year? We should be alright. We've been able to keep the soil irrigated so far, and we're expecting rain in the next week also. So you will be able to give me a price on the next harvest then. I don't really feel comfortable writing on a price now. Why don't you give me a call in 2 weeks, and should have a better idea how much to charge for the group then?